Nearly 60,000 US expats have immigrated to Colombia. Forbes called Colombia one of the coolest places to live, while the New York Times listed Colombia as the #2 country to visit in the entire world. Is there any truth to these words? Wasn't the country ridden with crime and drug cartels not too long ago? So why is everyone moving to Colombia now? Well, here's why. 10. Affordable cost of living. One reason why people move to Colombia is the affordable cost of living. The country can be your home away from home at a fraction of the cost. Utilities, groceries, and housing all cost less than what they would in most South American cities. What's more, the Colombian government doesn't go crazy with taxes either. Expats prefer moving to Colombia because of the region's low taxes. This way, all of your income doesn't end up with the government. In fact, with the exchange rate between the American dollar and Colombian peso improving, the country's economy is at its strongest. The USD COP rate has gone down by -5.38% in the April 26th to October 2023 time period, which basically just means that the US dollar has gone down in value. That being said, foreign goods do cost a pretty penny in the country, but local produce is cheap, so you can easily enjoy the good life without breaking the bank. And if you're earning in a foreign currency, then that's even better. You might be looking at a greater purchasing power and a more comfortable lifestyle. You can easily find a place to live. Rentals in Colombia are extremely affordable, with some apartments being available at a steal of a price. Although houses may be a tad bit expensive and located away from in-city hotspots. 9. Beautiful natural scenery. Colombia truly is paradise on earth. Despite urbanization, the country offers some of the most breathtaking sights on the entire planet. For starters, Colombia is home to the Andes, the world's longest mountain range. Not a mountain person? No problem. You can be one with the wilderness in the Amazon forests. Or you can head to one of the country's many green valleys and sandy beaches. Given the geographical variability of the region, foreigners have access to all kinds of activities. You can go hiking or kayaking in the Great Amazon. There's the nearby Caribbean as well. You can also go whale watching in the Pacific. Safe to say, there's plenty to see and do. So the next time you have some time off from work, make sure you make the most of it and go out sightseeing. 8. Easy and affordable travel. Traffic in Colombia is a nightmare to navigate through. But thankfully, the country has one of the most impressive public transport systems. You can take the bus almost anywhere. The infrastructure is exceptionally well built, with numerous bus stations and dedicated bus lanes. What's even better is that tickets are incredibly affordable. In fact, you might even find it to be more cost-effective than owning your own car. Only 1 out of 5 people in Colombia drive a car. Buses are available for both intercity and inner-city travel. And if you don't feel like taking the bus, you can always walk. Colombia boasts walkable architecture, a claim that most Western countries can't really make. And to make it even better, you can easily travel around the rest of Latin America as well. You can even head up further north to Panama, Mexico, and the Caribbean, since plane tickets are available at really low costs. 7. Mouth-watering local cuisine. The food in Colombia is to die for. In fact, for some foreigners, the food alone is a good enough reason to pack their bags and move to the Republic. You'll find all kinds of cuisine here. In fact, each region has its own traditional dish. Colombians are huge fans of meat and seafood, served with mouth-watering sauce and an assortment of sautéed vegetables. The food here has a strong Afro-Caribbean influence. And even the fruits are something. Colombia is known for offering a range of exotic fruits. There are maracuya, galupa, ucuva, and more. Walk through a grocery store and you'll definitely find yourself amazed. What's more, most of Colombia's local fruits are superfruits, meaning they promise a range of health benefits. 6. Exceptional education. If you have kids, then you can sleep peacefully at night because Colombia offers some of the best schooling out there. One of the many reasons why expats move to Colombia without even batting an eye. Public schools offer education free of cost with funding obtained at local, state, and federal levels. However, the standard of public schools may be different across different regions, which is why some foreigners find it better to send their kids off to private schools. Some of these schools offer multilingual education, with entire courses conforming to international curricula and being taught in foreign languages. So you can sleep at night peacefully when it comes to your child's education. But if you need even more proof, here's some. The current Colombian graduation rate is an impressive 97.36%, while the US lags behind at a measly 62.3%. That said, if you decide to take the private school route, make sure you have some money in the bank account because these schools can be expensive. 5. Friendly natives. Perhaps the biggest hurdle for expats in a new country is finding a new support system. You can't make it on your own, especially if you're moving alone. Thankfully, the people of Colombia are more than welcoming. Colombians are known around the world for their friendliness, which means you can stop worrying about asking a stranger for help. In fact, some folks might go out of their way to help you out. These people are extremely proud of their country, and they don't mind sharing all that it offers with foreigners. So if a stranger asks you about why you moved to Colombia, there's no need to be apprehensive. They're most definitely just being friendly. However, just a side note, most Colombians don't speak English, so you might have to learn Spanish a little if you don't want the language barrier isolating you. If you do decide to learn the language, you might find yourself immersed in the Colombian lifestyle. Folks here are all about living the slow life, much like the US back in the 1950s and 60s. They're all about big family dinners and eating meals at home during office lunch breaks. 4. Top-notch healthcare system. Another reason expats are moving to Colombia is the country's reliable healthcare system. Colombia managed to secure the 22nd position in the list of top healthcare systems around the world. Surprisingly, the country managed to beat both the US and Canada. What's more, according to a survey by America Economia, Latin America's premier financial publication, in 2015, 2022 Colombian hospitals made the list of the top 43 hospitals in all of Latin America, and for good reason. The country prides itself in providing free and standard healthcare services to all residents, local and foreigners alike. Foreigners can avail of these services once they have obtained residency and their national ID card. However, the quality of these services can vary from region to region. In areas where the healthcare system may not be up to par, folks may opt for private healthcare facilities. But they're not for everyone since they tend to fall on the expensive side. Still, the Colombian healthcare system is far better than what most Western countries have to offer. 3. Improved conditions. Colombia has long been notorious for being the center of some criminal activities. I mean, the country was home to Pablo Escobar of all people. Given its history, the country has seen its fair share of violence and political instability. However, those were the old days. The government has since then made considerable efforts to bring down crime and ensure the safety of its residents. Major cities and tourist hotspots like Medellin and Bogota are almost crime-free now, thanks to increased police presence. However, if you do decide to live in one of the rural areas, you might need to take some precautions. These areas still see a presence of illegal armed groups, but it's not as bad as before. The most you'll need to do is not carry around expensive things or stay out late at night. 2. Retirement visa available. The visa process for moving to Colombia is fairly uncomplicated. However, as much as expats appreciate the straightforward visa application bit, they're even more grateful for the retirement visa. As a foreigner, you can easily move to the country on a retirement visa. The income requirement is really low, and there's not a long list of documents you need to submit and no medical records that you need to provide. You can qualify for the visa if you're earning as low as $738. People receiving Social Security will need to apply for the pensionado category visa. However, you'll need to provide official proof of income. People who are not eligible for Social Security but receive a monthly private pension or 401k distribution of around $2,459 can apply for the rentista category visa. Both these visas are valid for 3 years and are worth availing because they don't call Colombia the retirement destination for expats for no reason. 1. Rich culture. One of the biggest reasons why expats prefer moving to Colombia is the rich culture. A major chunk of the population has ascended from one of 3 groups: Asian, European, or Native Indian. Given the varied origins, the country's heritage and traditions are a mix and match of different cultures from around the world. Foreigners can immerse themselves in Colombian culture through various activities. You can go to La Boquilla, a quiet little fishing town, and lose yourself to the hypnotic rhythm of drums. Of course, you can't afford to miss the fiesta in Cartagena either, a celebration of music that dates back thousands of years. And don't feel like attending the festival? Well, you can flip through the pages of Colombian history by visiting Comuna 13, Zone 4 of Medellin, which features many artworks from local artists. This way, you can bear witness to Comuna 13's incredible transformation from a troubled neighborhood to a hub of creativity for yourself. All in all, you'll learn something new about the country every day if you plan to live there. So, are you packing your bags for Colombia? Let me know in the comments down below. And if you liked this video, then do me a solid and smash that like button. Make sure to subscribe so that you'll be the first to know about any more upcoming content. And buckle up, folks, because there's a lot we have in store for you.